Good afternoon, students. Okay, so today I will be doing the IT English part, chapter 2 from IT, self-management skills. Session 1. Yes, everyone, good afternoon. The previous one questions already given in the back, at the back of the exercise. So whatever is given there, you think that is enough for you. There is nothing additional. If there is anything additional, you will be getting that in class 10. But for class 9, all whatever given in your exercise, that is good enough. Okay. So if you are facing any kind of problem regarding any questions, then you may ask me. I will help you. Okay? All right. So today we will start the second chapter, that is self-management skills. Now first we need to understand what is the meaning of this self-management. As the term itself suggests, self-managing oneself in order to achieve desired goal and targets is called self-management. Means we all plan something, we all want something, we desire something, we want to achieve something, but we just can't achieve it simply just like that. We have to plan for it, we have to manage ourselves, we have to make ourselves ready, we have to train ourselves, we have to fix some times, we have to do many things, some kind of planning is needed. So that entire planning on yourself is called self-management. Okay. Now why this self-management is important? Why we need this self-management? We can say that there is no need of self-management. Why it is even considered to be a skill? Now see, right now for very small thing, you may not feel that self-management is important. It is happening just like that, so you can take it over. But when you're planning for something big, for example, if you're planning to become a kind of doctor or any kind of specific profession which is of big importance in your life, suppose you are trying to crack one important, very important exam in your life, okay, like the NET, NEET, and GATE, GATE, and the UGC NET or CBSE NET, whatever it is. When you are trying to crack those difficult exam and you want to score something there, it won't happen just simply. You have to manage yourself for that. You have to make yourself ready for that. While you are appearing, while you are trying to achieve that goal, you have to manage yourself. Therefore, it is also a skill that you need to develop, you need to learn, you need to have the knowledge. But knowing or unknowingly, every one of you, I believe, every one of you have some kind of planning like that, have some kind of self-management before appearing for your examination or before doing anything very important. You do that. So that only we are going to reflect in the chapter in a systematic wise. So self-management brings along the following major benefits. So if you are doing any work with this self-management skills, then you will be getting these benefits. What are the benefits? First is inspiring the personality. Your personality will get enhanced. You won't be suffering with low confidence. You will be always confident. You will be always ready for the thing. So your personality will be very much inspiring. It will inspire others. It will inspire yourself to do again another thing. Next is a clarity of thought. If you are managing yourself properly, you will have a very clear thought. You will know what exactly you want. You won't suffer with any kind of confusion at that time. You will be very clear. Next is ability to identify your weakness and improve upon them. If when you are managing yourself, at that time you will realize where are the deficiencies. What are the deficiencies in yourself? which part of you have to get some improvement. Suppose some of you are you are able to memorize everything very well, you are able to understand everything very well, okay, you are also good in academics, whenever the exams are coming you are doing very good, but in some part you are lagging, you are not that much perfect. Now when you are self-managing yourself, you suddenly you are able to find out that when you are asked in front of a whole lot of audience the same thing which you can write down very easily, but when you are coming on the stage to tell that to a big huge number of people, at that time you are stuck, you are not able to answer, you are not able to talk, okay, you are feeling shy, you are getting nervous, you are getting self-conscious. So maybe that is your deficiency. So when you are self-managing yourself, at that time you will realize your deficiencies and you will try to improve that, you will try to cure that part of your deficiency. That will help you. Realizing your strength and their use, and also not only your deficiency, you will also realize which is your strong part, which in which field, in which particular aspect you are good, you are having a kind of positive points, you are having some strong points, okay, you can enhance that furthermore. Feeling of self-respect, respect for other, and self-motivation. Now if you are doing these self-management skills, then you will develop a respect for yourself, okay. Suppose if you are discovering yourself, if you are discovering your hidden talents, okay, with maybe you like painting, maybe you like music, but when you are exploring into that field in a disciplined way, when you are exploring those hobbies in a disciplined ways, and the outcome is wonderful, the outcome is making you giving you a lot of surprises, at that time you will feel proud of yourself that okay, I have done it, okay, that is kind of self-respect. You are able to respect yourself, you are respecting others, and if you can respect yourself, you will respect others. If you cannot respect yourself, you can't respect others. That's a theory, okay. And once you are able to respect yourself, you will automatically get motivated, okay. No one else has to motivate you, you yourself will motivate yourself. Fine. Next is respect for the importance of time. This skill will also help you to respect the value of time. We will not waste a single time, because each and every minute, each and every hour is important in our life. We must not, we will never get it back. So all the time that we are having in our life, we need to manage it. We need to use it in its proper place. So we will respect, we will value the time. Smart working more than hard working. So there is a story, there is a woodcutter story. So two woodcutters, okay, they know how to do their work. So a challenge has been given to them. I'm giving just an example. A challenge has been given to them that there is a big size tree. So both are given one axe, and they have been given the challenge by the king that who will cut the tree faster, that person will get a bag of gold. Now both the woodcutter is having that axe, but one woodcutter, instead of starting the cutting process, he first started sharpening his axe. He sharpened his axe, and then with a chop he just cut down the entire tree. Whereas the other person, immediately he started cutting the tree, but as because the axe was not sharp enough, so it took time. So this is what we need to realize, that is smart working and hard working. Obviously hard working is important, but along with the hard working, something which is very, very important, that is the smart working. We must not waste our energy just like that. We need to involve our brain into that if I'm wasting my energy on something, if I'm spending my energy on something, it should bring the outcome according to it. Okay, we need to do the smart working, and that is only possible if you analyze yourself, if you manage yourself. Higher achievement rate with minimum effort, so you will achieve something bigger with just a little bit effort, you are getting something big. It is everything is possible by this smart working technique. Okay, but Smart working is not like shortcut working. Okay, shortcut is completely a different thing. Shortcut is cunning working, where you are actually not doing certain thing, or you are taking a wrong step. That is called shortcut. Okay, shortcut is very much different from being smart. Next is self-discipline. So if you are managing yourself properly, obviously with everything you will be very disciplined, because once you started valuing the time, once you started respecting the time, you will obviously become a very disciplined person. Success in studies, sports, and later in career. So once you are developing these skills, once you are developing a disciplined life, you will be getting success in every field, not only in the studies, in the sports, in your hobbies, in all kinds of activities that you get involvement. Social popularity and admiration. So if you are becoming a very bright person, not just a bright student, but also a very good sportsman, a very creative person, a very intelligent person, a very social person, obviously you will start gaining respect all around you. Wherever you will go, people will give you respect, because you have earned your respect. Okay, this part is clear. So just remember the points regarding what are the benefits of this, what are the uses or purpose of self-management. Now we are coming to the key elements of self-management. So first we need to understand, identify the goals and plannings. So step by step, how you are going to manage yourself. How you are going to manage yourself, that we will be learning step by step. Step number one. Step number one is identifying the goals and planning. First, you have to know what you want exactly. Right now, you have to think whatever is happening around you. Right now, you have to just calm yourself, and you have to think, you have to ask yourself the question, what do I want to achieve? Ask yourself, what I want to achieve. You will get the answer, you will get your goal. So first decide what you want to achieve, and after deciding that, you have to follow the following points. That is, set the goal by writing down your desire, ambition, dream on the paper, preferably in a large font, and stick it on the front wall of your study area where you can see it daily. Keep it specific and concise. For example, I shall gain more marks than earlier in all the subjects in the coming exams. You can also write down that I want to be a pilot. Okay, so your dream is, suppose I'm giving one example, your dream, your aspiration, your ambition, everything is in becoming a pilot. Fine. So what you are supposed to do, you have discovered that. After that, in just a piece of paper, a big A4 size paper, in bold letter or in colorful font, you are going to write, I will become a pilot. Okay, or to be a pilot. And then paste it somewhere in your home, where every day you will be watching that. After waking up, you will see that letter is hanging in front of your eyes. Okay, so somewhere which will always keep hitting on your mind that this is my goal, this is where I want to go. Fine. After that, split your goal into monthly, weekly, daily targets. For example, daily target, prepare at least 4 important topics of at least 2 subjects. So after setting the final goal, that is being a pilot, then you are splitting your goals. Means in order to go that step, you have to cover several smaller steps. So first what you need to do, in order to become a pilot, first what you need to do, first you have to get proper knowledge about the subject, about the science, about the physics, about the flying techniques. So your target is this college, you will be going admission, you will be applying for the admission for this particular college, because here they will be training you. After that, this and this. So that will be your set up goals. Fine? So that is splitting up your goals. In order to get the higher goal, you need to set up your steps. Plan out what you will do to achieve daily target, and then furthermore you have to, in order to first achieve the sub goal, that is getting admission to that particular college, what are the steps you need to go through? So that you split up. So in order to get admission to that college, first you have to have a very high score in your school examination, board examination. Your score should be high. Your subject should be specifically related to science, maths, physics. Fine. And then after that, what you are going to do? So you have to set up your goals. Like in class 10, I have to secure this much percentage of marks. And in class 12, I have to secure this much percentage of work. Okay, and for that daily, how much I have to study, how much syllabus I have to study, how much out of syllabus I have to study. You have to set up your goals by yourself. That you will decide. Okay, so this is identifying the goals and planning. So first goal you have to identify, and in order to reach that goal, you have to chalk out a plan all by yourself. The next step is organizing. And this is the phrase when you begin acting on the set plans, you are already clear what you are supposed to do to achieve your daily target, but on real grounds, many unanticipated barriers arise in your plan, like illness, guest at home, vacations, marriage in family, urgent trouble, etc. How you will measure your progress? The answer lies in your target. You can manage what you can measure. Your target should have the following characteristics which make them SMART targets. So after you have done your goal identification, after you have done your planning, then it's your time to act on it. So while you're acting on it, acting on your plans, then you have to be very organized. And in what way you have to be organized? In a SMART way. Here SMART way, not only it is that SMART way, but it is also SMART, SMART way, means specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time bound. You have to organize yourself. Acha, Ridhita, previous point means which one, can you tell me? Which you haven't understood? Okay, you have understood, fine. So let us go into that SMART organizing method. What is that SMART organization? First is being specific. Whenever you are organizing something, you have to be specific. That is, you are setting up a target in your daily routine, that today how much, or within this week, how much you are going to work on, or what are the things you are going to achieve in this week. Suppose here in this book, example has been given about one chapter of biology. So your target is you have to prepare four topics from one chapter of biology. So that you will be doing within this particular time you have mentioned. Okay, you are planning. So that is your SMART, means that is your smartness, means you have to be very smart in preparing a timetable for yourself. Then after that, you have to be, it has to be measurable and achievable and realistic, as well as time bound. So measurable means you are able to, if you are setting up your goals like this, that I will be completing 4 topics from this one chapter within this date, then everything is coming under measurable. It is not like I don't know. It is something that you know. It is confirmed, it is concrete. Okay, you know that you can measure that these 1, 2, 3, 4 topics you are preparing from this particular one chapter and within this particular date. So it is measurable. Fine. Next point, achievable and realistic. Achievable and realistic, both are similar, both are almost same to each other. Achievable means something which you are having the capacity to achieve. Okay, you must not set up the goals which is beyond your capacity. You know within that 1 week you are able to prepare the 4 topics. Somehow you know you will be able to prepare 4 topics. Maximum you can prepare 5 topics, but suddenly if you become too smart, if you think you have become too smart and you are setting up your plan and you are thinking that I will prepare 10 topics instead of 4 topics, I will do everything in one go. That is not achievable. That is beyond your capacity. Okay, that you have to maintain. Something which is practically achievable. You're not a superhuman, you're not a superhero, you're not a super genius. So, as you are a normal person, you have to achieve the thing according to the length of a normal person. And realistic means you should not think something beyond the world. Okay, it should be reality based, something which is fantastical. Now, if you suddenly think that within this year I will discover one alien on Earth, so that is actually fantasy. That is not realistic. Okay, that is like you have been watching too many movies, too many stories you have been reading, and you have developed a fantasy like that. So you are into that surrealistic world where you think that you can do. So that is actually not coming under your smart organization. Okay, that is completely a different sphere. That is fantasy. Now you can write down a novel on that. That is possible, but in reality you can't do that. You can't say that I will find it out. Fine. Next is time bound. So time bound means everything will be within a time limitation. Okay, you have to, when you have said that I will complete this on this specific time, you have to complete it in that specific time. So when you are determined to do that, you are automatically indulging in yourself the discipline regarding the time. Okay? The next step is controlling. Step number 3 is controlling. Analyzing your achievement at set intervals, looking for gaps and delays, thinking to refine the plan, finding out better ways to achieve the goal, incorporating new ideas, ensuring discipline, self-discipline, handling distraction and temptation, motivating yourself and keeping up the self-encouragement are certain actions that you need to do to keep the things in control. So, while you are working on something, while you are studying, many kind of situation, many kind of condition can come in front of you. Suppose when you are having the final examination, suddenly some guest has arrived in your home when you are really like working hard, you are studying hard, day and night you are studying hard for your exam, but suddenly guest has come. So at that time, it is a kind of situation when the guest wants to talk with you, you also feeling to talk with the guest. After a long time they have come to your home, but you are not able to do. So there is a kind of confusion. At that time, how you are handling the situation? Obviously, you have to show some good manners, good behaviors to the guest. You can't slam the door in front of them and say that don't disturb me, I'm studying, I'm busy. You can't do that because that's a very bad behavior. So you have to talk to the guest, but you will not be talking hours after hours. You will be making some time adjustment. Okay, some kind of control you need to do there. Okay, some kind of adjustment, some kind of time management that you have to do. So handling the things like that in that way, in respect to the situation, in respect to the condition, that is called controlling. Fine? Next is reflecting. Compare the outcomes of your efforts with the set targets. Since targets are specific and measurable, the comparison will clearly show you the positive or negative difference. So after you have achieved your target, so this is the process, you are going towards the target. After the end of 1 week, you are reflecting that what you have achieved, whether you are able to achieve the target. Okay, if you have able to achieve the target, how efficiently have you achieved the target? Those 4 topics that you have planned to prepare from chapter 1, is it prepared in a good way, or it has just prepared because it has to be prepared, but not in a very good way? So you have to reflect upon yourself, you have to reflect on your own workings after achieving that first target. Fine, that is called reflecting, because once you started reflecting, then only you will be able to realize where you are lagging and where you are not. You will be realizing yourself, which is your efficiency. Means suppose you are able to read and you are able to memorize everything quickly, but you can understand after reflecting your understanding that your writing speed is little bit lagging. So you are getting aware that everything is happening, but you are not able to get it right. Maybe you have completed the project in a very good way, but your handwriting is terrible. It is not at all clear. So at that time you are realizing that everything is fine, only one thing is you are having the problem, that one thing is a handwriting. If you are writing in a very fast manner, okay, you are trying to complete it within a time, so at that time your handwriting is not supporting you. So hereafter, whenever you are targeting something like this, you will be aware to keep this aspect of yours in mind, that you have to improve this part. You are lagging behind in this part. So as well as the handwriting you have to improve. So these are all the examples that you need to do while you are managing yourself. Okay, next part we will be continuing in the next class, because already the time is up. So you tell me, till here is everything clear or not? Till here. Okay, very good. So, so here what you have to remember that what is this self-management, the definition or the theory of self-management. Self-management in one sense, it is managing yourself. Okay, now next is, what are the purpose of this self-management? You are having the point, so just go through the point. And the next thing is the key elements of self-management. So the key elements of self-management or the process of self-management is, first is identifying the goals and plannings, then organizing, after that controlling, and then reflecting. Okay? And regarding the theory of SMART, S-M-A-R-T, that you remember, S for specific. Okay, you have to make specific things about yourself. Nothing should be like very broad or vague. Okay, it should be very clear to you. Measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. That is the SMART theory. Okay, so I'm ending my class here. See you again in my next class. Bye.